crazy schedule. These usually go up on a Tuesday or a Monday, but I just wasn't feeling it yesterday. And on Monday, I was like, well, I don't have him really leveled up as much as I'd like, and he's level 3, which is better because on Monday he would have been like a level 2, I think. But yeah, it's a bit weird to see him in like Imperial City. Imperial City, what am I talking about? I'm mixing up IDW with Prime in New York. That was the one. But it's probably the most interesting location visually. So, of course they put up that background. That's kind of their like Prime event background. But yeah, it's Boscage Sonic. And he got into Dash first, and I was hoping that he'd show up in Speed Battle, and I'm glad that it happened. Now just get Pirate Sonic and Captain Shadow in Speed Battle, and we'll be all set. But he actually has Lily Trap, which makes this, I think the first time that a non-big character gets this item, so now it's like no longer unique to big. And 2 new items, which is Sharp Shelter. It's one of those like bomb kind of attacks that appear in front of you, and the boost is Jungle Run, which it's kind of like other attacks like Star Trail that leave traps behind. But yeah, I'm gonna get to it. I think it's interesting that Boscage Sonic is like the Sonic that they decide to put up in the games, but it's also like he's kind of got the most interesting get up, I think, like the gloves and the shoes, and he has like those Wolverine kind of claws. But yeah, I'm probably gonna wreck. Oh, it has a little door for you if you're Boscage Sonic. That's nice. Because it sure doesn't have a little door if you're somebody else. Oh, and we're going up against Rusty Rose as well. That's nice. But I think he has the most interesting type of clothes. Like, in New York City, he doesn't really get much different about his shoes. They're even still like red and white. Sorry, Shadow. But they're even still like red and white, and he doesn't really get much different with them. They're still like going fast and everything. And the special thing for the pirate world clothes is that they get to hover, but only on water, I think. I didn't expect to win. But yeah. Yeah, they only hover, so I think unless... Yeah, they wouldn't add those to the game. Because I think to make it obvious that there's some kind of like special thing, they'd have to make him hover, even though there's no water. And to do that, they'd need to like change Sonic's entire animation, which they don't generally do for alts like this. Like, they'd have to give him Shadow's animation, basically. So, and I don't think they'd do that. And it's very ironic to me that Boscage Sonic has the most interesting alternation in his clothes, because in my opinion, the Boscage universe is the most boring one, at least to me, because it's just trees and thorns and stuff, and it's very like there's trees, but it's barren, if that makes sense. And yeah, I don't know, it's just the most boring world to me. And yeah, you could say, well, the pirate verse has just water everywhere, but I don't know, I think to me pirates are more interesting than like the jungle universe designs, I think. Like, yeah, you have stuff like the Tails variation is cute, his little feral boy, and I do like that Thorn Rose, you know, the Amy of that universe has like a giant flicky, like just a giant mutant flicky, but other than that, that world is kind of like the weakest of the three that we got. Maybe if it shows up again, something more could be done with it, but I don't know. Yeah, see, this is about what I expected on the first race, not this one. But yeah, it's a shame because I do like the name Boscage. But you know, that's just my opinion. That's just my onion. Oh, we really gonna tease me like that? Alright. Alright, let's... you know what? You know what? Since it's not something like... Since the minimum amount of cards isn't 4, so I know that the game can't mess with me and be like, oh, you got 4 cards, you're just 1 away now. We're just gonna throw away those red star rings. I got plenty anyways. But yeah, that's just my prime opinions that just happened. We still haven't got a release date or anything for season 2, quote unquote. I hope it happens soon. I want to watch more of that show. Leave me alone, me files. What was that? Basically what they call him on the basically the Sega Direct, the Sonic Direct Mephilies or something. I think they call him Mephilies. Mephistopheles. Okay, I'm gonna do one more after this, and then I'm gonna get lost. Small updates for people that watch my speed battle videos along with my IDW reviews. Those are coming, like the latest issue 1 is coming. Oh my goodness, 6. You shouldn't have, that's just so many cards. The most that I've gotten out of this event was 25 cards. And it wasn't even from the missions, it was from the little free chest that you get. Yeah, I hope that they add maybe one more world. It's probably another generic one, but I would freaking love a cowboy world. Oh man, I want to see more of Shadow in this show. And I just want to see everything. I want to see Sonic's reaction to being told that he destroyed his world, basically, and that there's no telling if it can be fixed. Obviously, it's gonna be fixed because, you know, it's Sonic. But I'd also like to see how. But I also want to see more of Shadow. We recently got news that maybe Shadow is gonna start going back to how he used to be characterization-wise. So I wonder if that will see any effect in the show. Because recently Evan Stanley was like, "Oh, I wrote Shadow being like dismissive." This is not a direct quote. This is me saying it from memory. But it was like, "Oh, I wrote him as more dismissive of the other characters because that's how he got written before." And Sega got back to me telling me, no, don't make him so dismissive, do it like this, which is closer to how she'd like to write him and how she would write him if she didn't have to deal with those restrictions. So maybe they're finally listening and we're gonna go back to seeing a Shadow that's like not, not like a pure little baby boy, because that's also not what he is, but not as much of a jerk. So I wonder if that will have effect in Prime, even though he's still jerky, but in Prime, his jerkiness makes sense, you know? So if we see more of him, I want to see more of that. But yeah, those are my Prime rambles that just happened because I'm playing as this guy. Um, and that's the Boscage Sonic gameplay. And yeah, that'll be it for me. Sorry for the hectic schedule, and see you when I see ya. Bye bye.